leveled up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Sweat in the blood, in my eye. My future turning up, what it's time to be a...
I got a bone to pick with Fallout. And the fans that hate it, that love it, and of course, the people that want to say it's woke, and the people that want to say it's not woke. So let's get into the video. What is up, guys? It's your boy Hercules, and we are back at it again. That is right, we are talking about Fallout, the TV show from Amazon Prime. Now, before I get into the video, I have not finished the whole series yet. I believe I'm in episode 6. I believe it was episode 6 that I'm on right now. Now, why am I making this video if I haven't even finished the show yet? Well, because the last show that I watched, or the last episode that I watched, it has some things in there that I really didn't like. Specifically, just some dialogue between two characters. And I'm pretty sure some of you are going to understand what I'm talking about. But before I get into that topic, what I want to talk about is there's certain things in this show that just completely makes no sense, right? Now, I'm not saying that, oh, they have black people in there, makes absolutely no sense, blah, 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 right? No. I'm not talking about stuff like that. Because we all know in the video game, it was never specifically said, oh, it's only white people. Oh, it's only this. Oh, it's only that, right? It was never said that. And I think the only reason why nowadays we do see it, where it's like, were they really in it? Or are you only putting them in there because of the ESG scores, right? The diversity and inclusion stuff, right? That is the problem we have with woke Hollywood. Nowadays, you can't even enjoy something because when you look at it, you're like, it's like the Batman. When they first announced the dude that was going to play, what's his name? James Gordon. I was like, holy shit, that guy's a really good actor. I didn't see him as, oh my God, he's black. I didn't see it like that, right? But now, the more and more we look at his stuff, and the more companies are throwing all this bullshit out there, these political bullshit shit, you start to notice it. You start to realize it. And you start rejecting it. Even if the actor is a phenomenal actor, because you know they're going to be pushing a certain narrative. Now, yes, like I said, Fallout has all types of diversity in the game. Now, I played one Fallout in my life, and I believe it was Fallout 4. And I'll be very honest, I didn't like it. At least I don't remember playing it that much, and I don't remember it really liking it that much. But I'm really enjoying the show. And that's probably going to surprise some people hearing this. I'm really enjoying the show. I'm enjoying it more for one character, but I'll make a separate video of why I think that character is phenomenal. And I'm pretty sure some of you are already going to know who I'm talking about. But there's this thing in Fallout that I just don't understand about it. I just don't get it. And look, I'm a big guy. So as soon as I said that, you're probably going to understand what I'm talking about. I'm a big guy, right? As a big guy, you eat a lot, right? That's how you get big, all right? So why in the hell, in a TV show that is supposed to be a post-apocalyptic type of world, where they're living in this secluded vault, and all they're pretty much growing stuff is most likely like vegetable food and stuff like that, right? Because if we look at what they showed in the TV show, it's like corn. I didn't even see meat or anything like that, but some way, somehow they have cake, They got some chocolate stuff. But we haven't really seen where they get all that stuff. But we know for sure they're able to grow crops, right? So how in the hell have I seen multiple people that are big bone people, husky people? That makes absolutely no sense. You would not have fat people living in those conditions. Just like you would not have fat people living outside in those conditions. And again, I'm not coming after fat people. I'm not saying that fat people can be in movies, but you have to take these things into consideration. This is the problem I have. If we're making a movie about football players and a whole team, you're gonna have people that are big bone, right? They're your left guard, your right guard, your center. We all know those guys are always gonna be big people. So it makes sense why you would cast big people. But if we're gonna make a movie about people that run track, I'm sorry, if you put a big guy in that movie that is running track, I'm sorry, that makes absolutely no sense. Because we all know that the fastest people that run track are either people that are really, 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 really skinny and really fit, or people that are really big, muscular toned people that have the muscles to be able to run. You're not going to put a fat guy in there and convince me that he's the one running freaking faster than this skinny guy. It makes absolutely no sense. So I take that same logic and I put it into my TV shows. It makes absolutely no sense that a big guy can survive or is even allowed to get overweight in this show, in this universe. Makes absolutely no sense, specifically by looking at what they're eating. Makes absolutely no sense. Now, I also have other issues because remember in the video game, you got that whole I forgot what they call them. I want to say they call them like the pet boys or something like that. It's that shit they got in their arm. That shit reads radiation, right? Okay, now I can take myself out of the universe and I can start nitpicking the whole show and really destroy the show because there's a lot of things that make absolutely no sense. Like, if you're wearing that, guess what's gonna happen? As soon as you open that vault to, Vault 32? As soon as you open that vault door and those people are there, you're gonna get radiation confirmation from your pet boy. Right? They never got that. So, okay. I'll let it slide, right? I think some people are looking at the whole situation where the dude's fighting the chick, they're having sex, they're fighting, and he throws her around. Like, yeah, it's a big throw. But when you're in that position, there could be a moment where adrenaline hits you and you can still keep up with that person. After the fight, I don't know how she's walking like it's nothing. Shit, I've been in those situations. I've been into multiple fights where when I'm fighting, it's like I have all the energy in the world. As soon as we get pulled away or the principal will come in and stop us from fighting, my adrenaline would go away. And it felt like I ran like 500 yards or 500 miles, I mean. So it's just certain things that if I was to pull myself away from the world and really nitpick, it makes absolutely no sense. The same thing goes when she's walking around with this, with Maximus, and They get into this certain situation where they're in this other vault, and how can I put it? She basically is like, do you want to hook up? Like, it throws you off because she's never been like that. Like, yes, at the beginning, we see that she's getting married, but it's because it's a typical thing they do in these vaults, so you can grow the population, right? So, I understand why she would hook up with that guy at the beginning of episode 1. But why would she be so okay with hooking up with this guy like it's nothing? And then they make the guy like a pussy, pretty much. He's like, that thing's gonna happen. Well, what thing? Where it gets big and explodes. No guy would even say that. No fucking, if a girl walks up to you, a beautiful girl like the actress, and tells you, do you want to have sex right now? Do you want to hook up? You know what 99.9% of the guys will say? Right now? Yeah, let's go. Not because we're that desperate, because you would just never turn. It's like if somebody came up to you and told you, here, I'm going to give you $100 right now. Do you want it? No common sense person would turn down $100. You would take it and you would say thank you. And the excuse that he gave makes absolutely no sense. Just like the whole notion with the whole big people in this world. It makes absolutely no sense. You would not be allowed to overstuff yourself inside the vault or outside the vault. The only way you would be able to be a big person is if you are like a dictator outside or inside the vault, where you're taking all the food and you're not feeding your people. But none of them have been like that. None of them. They're just either side characters or even mid-tier characters. So it just makes absolutely no sense. But I want to know what you guys think. Look, I'm enjoying the show. The last episode I saw, which I believe it was episode 6, it started off good with the actor. I forgot what his name is. I believe it's Walton, his real name. Started off good. And as soon as we started getting into the Maximus and the female storyline, it fell off. It fell off. But hey, so far so good. None of the other episodes that I watched were as good as episode 1. Episode 1 was fucking phenomenal, man. I love episode 1, except for the whole Maximus. I felt like they could have done him a little bit better, but it's fine. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. What are your thoughts on my conclusion with the Fallout having big people? Makes absolutely no sense. Let me know down below in the comments. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.
I just leveled up, I thank God. Straight from